do the sex.
Hi everybody, Annette Benedetti here with She Explores Life and Locker Room Talkin' Shots, and I'm bringing you the quick and the dirty, where I try to distill an hour-plus long conversation from one of our podcasts down into a handful of minutes, so you can decide if you want to head on over to our podcast page and listen to the full episode yourself. Today, I'm bringing to you a Tinder Swindler special edition. That's right. Just a couple of weeks ago, I released a podcast episode called Swipe Right, How to Get Laid with Online Dating. And unfortunately, only a couple of hours after I went live, I sat down and I was looking for something to binge on Netflix, and I stumbled across the Tinder Swindler. Basically, the Tinder Swindler is a documentary that follows a schooled con artist who swipes his way both into the hearts of women and their pocketbooks and takes them for hundreds of thousands, if not more, dollars. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes to tell you about what we covered in our episode, and then add in some tips and tricks for keeping yourself safe while dating online, so you aren't taken advantage of in any way, but much less like the women in the Tinder Swindler were. So what we covered. Did you know that in 2020, 270 million people worldwide were dating online? And in 2019, 39% of couples in long-term relationships said that they had met online dating. It's a testament to the fact that online dating works, and that's why we all keep going back to the online dating apps. In our episode, we covered things like how to set your profile up for success, starting with things like your profile picture. Tips for picking profile pictures that we covered were things like be authentic. Do include full body photos. People want to see your authentic self. We want to see pictures of the things you really like to do, not things you think we want you to be doing. Those pictures come off as stale and curated, and like someone is trying to swindle us. Don't post photos with your kids in it. It's just not the right place. You can put in your profile that you have kids, but putting your kids in photos feels a little creepy. Don't post photos where you've cut your ex out, or anybody that we think might be your ex. It's like the awkward threesome that nobody wants to be a part of. Do clean your room and wash that mirror before you take a picture in it and post it. We don't want to know how much of a hot mess you are before we meet you and decide we like you anyways. Next, we cover the do's and don'ts of your profile write-up. Do let us know what you're looking for right off the bat. If you're looking for marriage or the one, or you just want casual dating, we want to know that first thing. Do let us know the things that might rule us out, the big things, like think you're looking for monogamy, non-monogamy, polyamory, a Christian, or you're vegan. Do keep it simple. My guest fell for someone who simply put, I like dogs, long walks, and whiskey. Strangely hot. Finally, in the education section, regardless of what your education background is, just don't put, I'm from the school of hard knocks. It paints a really ugly picture. Next, we talked about how to get to the first date. You're gonna have to listen to the podcast for that, because I don't have time for that in this video. And we even covered how to get to the second date. Spoiler alert, you gotta be good at the sex. But let's move on and talk about what we're really wanting to talk about, which is the Tinder Swindler and how to stay safe while online dating so you don't get taken advantage of. In our episode, we did cover some basic safety tips for online dating. Things like having a dating point person who has all of your information, your date's information, and knows where you're going to be and when you can be expected to be heard from again. I would say that's extra important, especially if you're going on a date that's out of the public's eyes. But let's take our tips a little bit further than that. First of all, if your match sounds too good to be true, they're probably too good to be true. I don't want to burst your bubble, but I'm pretty sure that multimillionaires and billionaires have their own special app for finding love. Next, I don't care if you're on the 5th date. Don't give your Tinder date or a newly found boyfriend who you got off of an online dating site large sums of money, especially if those sums of money require taking out loans. Look, I was married for 18 years and that guy never got me to take out a loan. Just saying. And finally, if the stories that your new date is telling you are unbelievable or have elements of unbelievability, don't believe them. I'm not saying that you can't continue to go out on dates with them, but take time to really vet the person you're dating. As exciting as meeting a new person can be, and as big as people can make themselves seem online and special and safe, it takes a lot of time to really know what kind of person you're meeting up with. Online dating can be a lot of fun. It's a great way to make friends, meet new lovers, and even fall in love. I've done all of the above. Spoiler alert, at the end of the Tinder Swindler, all the women profiled in the documentary admit that they were back online dating. So don't let their story discourage you. Get educated ahead of time. Find ways to stay safe. Scroll down to the notes below and click on the link to our episode and listen to hear what we have to say about it. Then get out there, have fun, find your next new love, lover, or great fuck, whatever it is you want. Just be safe and smart about it. So, until next time, take care.
Do the sex.